Hello, welcome everybody to this video for the new moon in Sagittarius. Plan is to keep this short because tomorrow is the energy read for the week. So, yeah, I almost forgot about this moon, which was hilarious. So then I realized, but the funny thing is, as I went to do basically my research, is looking on Instagram and going through the feeds I follow, seeing what they have to say this moon is about, but nothing posted yet. So, um, anyway, what I did just glean from it a little bit is we're looking at the same thing we were just talking about last time I was on, and that's the the new gifts coming in Sagittarius season, and um, again, we're back to learning the new this time, not learning old lessons and that sort of thing, but being adventurous and being curious and being philosophical and looking a little deeper under the surface and yeah, exploring and adventuring. That's the Sagittarian way. I'm a Sag, so um but I think a lot because this is a new moon as well is like and we came through all these portals is that it's really going to point to us discovering all these new gifts we have. Again, we're kind of still in that land in between where we're not fully ready to like just open up completely with them. But I think that's kind of good because this is all new to us, so we need to learn, right? We want to learn before we just get thrown in the deep end and be like, okay, do your thing, and we're like, I don't know anything about this. So I think this is our time to shine and learn, and it's really great that this is like on the first day of December. This moon, I feel it just everything feels new, and it's like Christmas came early, right? So we're just gonna rely on the cards for this one, and I am gonna try to keep it as short as possible because I find if I do them both long, it's they're just saying the same thing over and over again, which will probably happen anyway. So I'm going to use the Nature's Rhythm Oracle here to get the overall mood of this moon. Um, it's interesting though too, because like in the Moonology deck that we're going to use, it comes up for Sagittarius new moon as luck being on our side as well. So yeah, so abundance and luck. And actually, the song I'm playing in the background here, which you probably can't hear, is called Christmas Abundance. So I just feel like we've turned a corner this year. Um, it's not something we might see immediately, but the flow of things is starting to come in. So if it hasn't for you yet, just be patient. I have a feeling you know, it's on its way, right? I do think this is going to be a really good Christmas. Oh, interesting. Okay, the portal. The point of this moon or portal, I guess, is vortex. So number 39. Didn't we just get this? Anyway, all right, let's see what the purpose of this moon is. I create a powerful vortex of light in and around my home. Okay, good. Okay, nice. So again, it is us discovering our skills. You know, like we're not gonna lie, our dark days are not over. Like obviously, we haven't even hit solstice yet, right? The darkest points of night and day coming up, right? So, and I think that's a metaphor for the world right now. We definitely, unfortunately, haven't had the darkest of, but it's always darkest before the dawn. So I think the next few weeks are going to be message in that typical Christmas kind of message of don't lose, don't lose faith, don't lose hope. The light is at the end of the tunnel. We're going to get through these next few weeks. But to counteract that, create light, create your own light. Yeah, even if the power goes out, you've got your own light. Okay, when your intentions are guided by unconditional love and your actions match your intentions, you create a powerful vortex of energy. When you stand in this knowing, it is impossible to disrupt your field. Clear stagnant energy in your home and invite a dome of pure, positive source light. Christ consciousness, bringing in the Christ consciousness. There are many natural occurring vortexes throughout the world. Unfortunately, we are often develop the land, unconsciously paying little attention to the elementals and the energies of Mother Earth. This card is a reminder to build a vortex around your home and regularly tend to it. So again, it's also coming up with that, like the last few weeks, we've had tons of cards and advice around watching our energy and tending to our energy and all of that good stuff. So continuing on, soldiering on, everybody. Anyway, so just keep doing what you're doing, but definitely focusing more on the light, right? Again, like, where do we put our attention? Do we put it in the darkness that's trying to pull us down, or do we stop doing that and find ways to invite in the light, invite in the Christ consciousness for the season? I think that's something we all should be doing. I think it's required of us right now. All right, let's take a look at the Sag new moon and see. Yeah, it just occurred to me when I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh my God, my birthday's in 10 days. And I had a big party last year for a big birthday, so I was kind of not needing to. Oh, hang on a second. 3 just flipped out. It was like 2 flipped upside down and 1 stuck out. So I was like, we're taking those 3. Anyway, I was talking about myself, right? Anyway, see, I'm in a great mood. We got to just invite in more light, not slip into the darkness. I know it's tricky sometimes because it's pretty tough out there right now. It makes it hard. Anyway, yeah, so I hadn't made any plans for my birthday because I had a big one last year, but I just totally forgot that now we're here in I'm 10 days away from my birthday. All right, first up, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so just our daily reminder that even though out there it looks like we're heading down a certain path, timelines are changeable all the time. How do we change timelines? Is that we will it, or we request it, we manifest it. So don't think that, like, especially like this time of year, like there's lots going on for people where it's just like there's things coming at us that stop our flow of abundance. And like when those things happen, we have to reframe our mind, and believe. It's almost like believing something we don't believe in. But 'tis the season, right? Um, how many years do we believe that magical stuff gets delivered to us, etc., etc.? So we are being asked to expand our thinking and our abundance field. So even though it might seem like a pie in the sky wish and that you're sticking your head in the sand, it's not what we're doing. It's like, it's just important with the words that we're manifesting the best possible outcome for ourselves. So write a Dear Santa letter, dear universe, for the holidays, this is what I need. Like, put your wishes out there. That's what wishes are for, right? They're meant to be spoken aloud so that they can manifest. So just remember, when all the crap is coming down and the darkness is really pulling you under, it's like, this too shall pass. I know people, when you're in it, you freaking hate people saying that. You just want to punch them in the face. But it will. It's going to. The energy it is a little dark and heavy right now, but it's lightening up, and we know that. And so just keep that in the back of your mind. Nothing is set in stone. Okay, we got new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. For me, that's not necessarily like well, you should be telling your dreams to others too, right? You could. That's helpful. Or dream together. Let's collectively put together some visions for the future. But communication is the key. Is like I just said, like, write this stuff down, get it out, speak the words. Just start like bringing in as much energy as we can. That's so funny. Your dreams need a practical plan. So it's one of those things too. It's like we want to be out creating these dreams, pie in the sky, just go for it. Make them the biggest and baddest dreams of all time, right? But the thing is that um, they need a practical plan. So what I'm getting out of that though is it's not like you have to be like, okay, well, because the point of manifestation too is that we give it up, right? We say the thing, we give it up, we don't micromanage, we don't try to control and make it exactly the way we want it. What we try to do um, is just allow and be in the flow of manifestation and allow things to be delivered to us. I think this is more in terms of practical plan. It's back to that writing thing. Write these things down. Journal, wish list. It's the season of wish lists. Like make a huge wish list, and you can wish for peace on earth, and you can wish for like think concepts we don't even really have right now. It's really important that we're doing those things, I think, and that's sort of the messaging that's coming through. Um, and go on that adventure stuff again with the Sagittarius, right? Like get out there and start, looking at things. Yeah. Okay. I just like to, yeah, okay. This is just all what we're supposed to be doing right now. It's like, um, we got the Ice Queen, which is the winter thing, but ideas preserved, non action, entitlement. Now, I don't think this is pointing us out to necessarily like just take a pause. I mean, it's winter. I always like get some rest. Like even if you just write down your ideas now, but nothing happens to them till spring, that's fine. But we still need to keep dreaming. I would say that's what this card is really pointing out is like put it all down in a plan on paper, what you want to see, what you want to feel, what you want to do. And then just leave it. Don't keep coming back to it. Get some rest this winter. Um, there's a wise owl there, and things will be manifesting already. So I also get the feeling from this that it's just like, we can put out everything we need, manifestation wise, and we may not see the fruits of that labor until spring, but, or it might be really slow coming. So, I mean, it's going to be an exercise in patience then. But just know that like don't give up, put the plan out there and just let it go. Non-attachment, non-action. This is the thing though, if we're manifestation is like I said, if we're asking the universe for stuff, it's our job is to believe that it's already been delivered to us. That's how it like fully manifests. So I say this is more just make sure you're catching yourself if you're doubting or you're like, I can't do this anymore. You're losing faith and hope in the dreams and all of that is just take a breath, take a rest, and just know we're just in a slow period. That's it. Like we're in a hibernation kind of period. It is coming, but it's also important that we get some rest. Like we're not up worrying about what's not coming and what's not happening and driving ourselves into a tizzy. It's like really saying like winterize yourself this year and get the plan and action for this moon, what you want to see, what you want to manifest, and then just tuck it away. Um, and leave it up to the universe. It might come right away. It might be really slow. We don't know right now. But once you've done the initial work, don't keep putting yourself into it or thinking about it all the time. Get some rest. Because the good news is we've got the Queen of Light. The light is coming, you guys. It really is. Like this, it couldn't be telling us in a better way. And honestly, that's the purpose of this whole season, the true reason of the season, right? Is this Christ consciousness awakening in all of us, right? Our heart chakra opening so that we are living in like non-duality and in peace and in awe and in awe. Awe wasn't the word I was going to use. Ease, grace. Okay. Illumination. enlightenment, celebration. That's the other thing is like, let's, you know, I'll do a solstice one for sure, but we're coming up on this energy of like these holidays that we have right now. They're meant to celebrate and be connections of family and gatherings and love and peace. So let's make them that. Let's make them that this year. Um, let's shine our light. Let's bring in the light. Let's hold the space for the light. Let's actively be working on those things. That's, I think, our job in all of this, right? Is we came to be a container and a vessel of this light. So the only way to do that is to start shining. And I think it's really important that we are celebrating these moments because like a lot of the time it is a lot of doom and gloom and it's a lot of negativity in the energy. And so it's our job to let that little light shine. Sing that song to yourself every day. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Sing it every morning. Sing it with me now. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. See, I told you I was in a good mood. Okay. We also got Sisters of the Seasons. Interesting. The seasons really seem to be playing into this. And I don't know if any of you are watching in the other hemisphere, but you're in summer. But it does matter. Like winter for us, we're slowing down. But you guys have the opportunity to this is all of us together. This is all the seasons. Cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. 17. Card 17. Anyway, sisters of the season. So we're just in a cycle of growth, learning. We're going through these cycles with nature, and it's all in divine order. It's like, I feel like those three cards in particular were just like, with this moon, do everything you can to like put out your plan and do the thing, and then just kind of like leave it and don't tinker with it. Don't keep thinking on it. Don't keep like looking at a timeline of like, why isn't this here yet? I must have done it wrong or like any of that. It's just like we literally need to like, here's what we're gonna do. Write your list, whatever it is. Wrap it up like a Christmas present for yourself and do not touch it until the 21st of December or around solstice. Maybe we'll open it that night. Or you can wait till the Christmas season, or whatever you celebrate, or New Year's, or whatever you want to do. But just really just like create the list and leave it. Let it hibernate. Let us all take a rest and take a break. And we've put out our wish list, and that's all we need to do for the season. The rest of the season, we're going to focus on being light, being happy, putting our energy out there. It doesn't matter how much money we have, we don't have. It doesn't matter how many friends or family we have or any of that stuff. Um, Focus on self and building up that light. And I think too, like the communication card was kind of key too, is Gemini is like there is the twins, right? I think it's important find your found family this holiday season if you can. So that's like anybody that's like-minded that you enjoy talking to, communicating with, and just let's celebrate what's happening with everyone and bringing in more light this season. All right, what else is going on with this moon? Ooh, I love that one. These cards are funny today. They just kind of like are definitely popping out and flipping up and kind of making this easier bit of a read. All right. Interesting. Okay. Look at these first. Okay. So the other thing is, like I said, we're still in particularly Sag season. Also an invitation for us, like I said, to do some work, some study, yeah. Anyway, first up is change your tune. I think this is like, again, just kind of coming back to all this, like the things that are really becoming negative and things like that. And I know it sounds crazy to just be like be out there and be like the most positive person you can. And I know sometimes that's really hard, but I feel like it's so important that we're out there um, doing that stuff this season. Um, what's just coming to mind is like the energy of like when we're manifesting things to like one of the things that like really amps it up for like for you to receive things is by doing like random acts of kindness, right? So this is the perfect season for it. There's always lots of people in need. So just change something up that you normally might not do. Um, because we need to be out there being ambassadors of truth, but of love, of light. We need to be out there emanating these qualities. We can't be out there joining the rest of the orchestra with the doom and gloom orchestra. Like, I don't want to be part of that anymore. So, how you don't be a part of it is you go march to the beat of your own drum, you change your tune, you do your own thing. Like, and don't worry about everybody else and what they think. And like I said, try to find the people that are like minded and change the tune together. The one thing that's like always interesting is like Christmas music. I know some people are just like loathe it and that kind of thing, but um, obviously it starts earlier and earlier every year, but I've been listening to it for like over a month now. And normally I would probably like, okay, I'm sick of this crap. But like I'm listening to like the old school channel, like with like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and like just yeah, really old school stuff. And I gotta say, like it puts me in a much better mood in my car. And the funny thing is I find myself not stressing out and being so like road ragey with it, which is hilarious. I feel like the energy's really shifted and changed for us. So do your best to just, you know, switch things up a little bit for yourself this season. Um, just try to emit as much joy as possible. Okay, we did get the shadow work card. So, yeah, I mean, part of what's going on right now that, we are still doing that little bits of the last bits of the cleansing and the clearing, right? The planet itself is in the dark night of the soul doing, well, not Gaia, but humanity. And is really has a lot to cleanse and purge still. So just realize and recognize that that's going on and keep doing checks and balances with yourself that you've done all that work because we don't want it like popping up unexpectedly, right? So it's just easier to like face that stuff head on. So make sure you're make sure you've done the work, but like I feel like this is more a part about the collective at the moment. It's just realize that's what's happening. Don't let it get the big thing is don't let it get you down, right? This is all part of the process. It has to happen. It isn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but don't let it take you down. That's that change your tune card. It's like I hate to say it, but it's almost like we have to be like our brightest, shiniest self no matter what. Like, and it's not that we're putting on this fake, like, you know, presentation of ourselves. Like, I'm not saying don't feel your feelings and stuff, but do your best to pull yourself out of the darkness and into the light every moment of this month. Every moment of this month. Um, Again, we'll just see how this plays out. But I think it's really important that we are um, doing the work to be the vessel and the container of light. Because the light is coming in like more and more every day. So, and right up till the 25th, probably, or past, right? Solstice, all of that, right? The light starts getting brighter and brighter every day. Okay, so we also got the knowledge card. This goes back to, it's called drawing down the moon. Um, it's funny because drawing down the moon is also part of the manifestation work. So, and knowledge is such a Sagittarian thing. Like we love learning things. We love and discovering. So it's not just going on an adventure where you're climbing a mountain or going to a new country or Adventure can also just be adventure of the mind, right? Opening our mind, learning new psychic skills or whatever you want to call them, new intuitive skills. That's like, so we're just gaining as much knowledge this month as possible. Learn something. And the thing with Sagittarian and a new moon is learn something new. That's probably maybe the how you can change your tune card comes in, is go learn something new. Something, and it might be something totally different. You might be doing all this spiritual stuff and you're just like, I am sick to death of it. Like, ugh, I can't do anymore. So go learn about like a, about birds, or I don't know. But switch it up, change the tune. Um, do something completely new. That's the overall definite theme of this moon. Is as Sagittarians, we would encourage to go learn, to go discover, to like, but like make it positive and make it happy and do something fun and celebrate. I think everything's just been a little too dark and dingy lately. Like our light isn't shining as bright as it should. So shine up. Alliteration. So shine up your vessel that you are going to contain this light in. It's just time. All right. It's funny because I'm saying shine up this vessel. I have a picture of Mary Magdalene on my vision board there. Like it's not really a vision board, but whatever. It's my yearly what I've done. Um, and she's holding the alabaster jar with the lid open, and it's like this is you know this is the season to what miracles were in that jar, right? None of us know. All right. These three I like to use as advice cards. So to help us get us through, or not through, but just to see what should we be doing this moon. Oh, I think we got 4 here, if that's okay. Okay. First up, let's do this one first. Lighten up. Again, it's been in the cards already. It's that the Ice Queen, which sounds like more like, but it's a lot about get some rest and don't take all of this stuff so seriously. We've got to put ourselves on a timeline of just more ease and grace, but also I think just yeah, we just need to rest this season and not be so letting the heaviness get us, because again, we dull the shine on our vessel. We'll still be able to contain the light when it comes in, but it's better if we can shine it, right? It comes up also with know your worth. So I think a lot of us are still struggling, and that's probably a lot of the shadow work for personal things coming up, is that we still have this notion that we are not part of this, we're not worthy, um, and none of that is true. So it's if there's any shadow work to be done, it's still on the self, which it's been for the last like few weeks of you are enough. You are supposed to be part of this time and space. Um, and all of that. And then we also got push through any insecurities. So, yeah, I think if there's any personal work for us to be doing, it's going to still be doing with those things to do with self. Um, that's the thing, though. I can hear people saying when I say write your wish list, and they're like, well, this can't happen because the world is like this, or I'm like this, or I don't deserve this, and it's like though none of that should enter that process. So if you can do it from a place of putting yourself on the best timeline, and like I said, it's like it's pie in the sky dreams, like but just dream them and don't get on yourself about the details and the what ifs and all of that. It's just critically important that we just write the list. That's all we have to do. The universe takes care of the rest. So don't worry about the hows and the whys and the what and it can't, and really push through every insecurity this month, um, and this for this moon, and just gain back that belief in yourself, you guys. I mean, I'm just as guilty of this all the time too. The big one here, though, the last card that I came back to is clear your mind. Um, again, I think what's happening a lot is we're just getting too much inundation with everything in the world. Um, it's really, it's a little difficult not to. Um, Make sure you're doing your daily processes of cleansing and clearing and meditating. So, however that looks to you, um, because there's great answers coming in, and there's great energy and light coming in, but we can only see it if we're like looking for it, right? The great adventure for Sagittarius moons this month in Sag season is this is the adventure of a lifetime. That's what I put on the last one. Is this isn't about going somewhere physically or climbing a mountain or any of that stuff. This is the adventure of us discovering who we truly are, um, as a divine individual. So go on that journey this winter. But like I keep going back to the Ice Queen card because it's like this. This doesn't mean don't do it and stop and take a break. It's like take it easy on yourself and do this slowly and surely, and everything will be fine. This isn't something that has to be done in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that. But be continuing to do the work, but do it in a nice ease and grace manner, right? Um, yeah, it's kind of like we're in a slowing down period, but at the same time, it's also like take this opportunity to like really do things um, in a slow and methodical way, and that's fine for this time period. Okay, I am the creator of my future. What future do you want? Like, if we're not actively doing these cards, doing these wish lists and putting out ourself and our energy and all of that, like we're just allowing what to create our future. Don't give that power over to any other energy, right? That's for us and us alone. So get out there and create. That's the other thing. Sages love to do, like, we're project people. We love projects and crafting and all that kind of stuff because we love being creative and discovering new talents. And yeah, I allow my soul to lead the way. Interesting. So that kind of comes up with like, are you do you truly know thyself? Have you done that work where you've looked deep into your soul for the things you want and you need and expect out of this upcoming shift? Um, the soul searching. Have you done, and that's a Sagittarian thing too, is like, that's sometimes an adventure when we're doing the deep soul work. So make sure you've checked that out. So most of us have already done that work. Um, but just take a look and make sure you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's. Okay. I am grateful for all that is unfolding in my life and all that is yet to come. Again, be manifesting. Get this work done. It's just imperative. And again, it's like the funny part is that when we talk about that, it's like it's not really hard work, right? Especially if you're just going to write a wish list and then put it aside. But, you know, be spending a little bit of time every day opening your heart to the light and to all that is to come. And yeah, it's just one of those times where um, those are the things we're being called upon to do. So, all right, I'm going to leave this moon one here because basically, um, I'm sure some more stuff will come up in the weekly read, but that was pretty succinct for what I think this moon's about. So take care of yourself and get some rest, but do the work and celebrate a little bit. Enjoy the Sag season. It's a fun. I know, because I am one, like I said. So we like to have fun too. So do have some fun in there. Okay, I'll see you for the weekly read in probably just a day. Enjoy. Have a good new moon in Sagittarius.